Load all the comments.
No! It's not working, Lex. It's not working.
Gay!
Come the ruckus, the motherfucking ruckus. Thousands of cutthroats and crumb snatching fuckers. Straight from the grain, I be giving you the pain. Anger coming from the 36 chamber. Bang, to cow, hitting with the Buddha fist style. Shotgun slamming in your chest piece, blow. Wrong, coming with my clan, so what's happening? Come
Holy shit balls. So I literally just put up an Instagram post about doing a Q&A whilst we're here, which we just thought we'd just do off on a whim, and it's been up like 30 seconds and there's 40 comments already. Sweet. So we're just going to dive in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the blind, I'm going to do the scroll and stop. Iron 2, whoever you are by the way, cheers for the 8 emojis in a row. Damn. There we go. Load all the comments. As long as the internet lasts here. Out in country. Out in countryside. Stop. Do you enjoy your time in Manchester? What gym do you go to? I don't live in Manchester, and the gym I go to is Coliseum, and it's awesome. And you'll see some gym footage from that either before or after this video, probably after. How do you suggest growing your brand and getting your message out there in a more effective way? Oh, that's actually a good one. Stop fucking spamming. Okay, it doesn't work. Stop putting like, I'm not trying to be clever with, that's all right, I've got a clever spam. What I'll put is, I like your post. Please check mine out as well, see what you think, let me know, you know what I mean? No, it doesn't work. Spamming other people's comment sections, just spamming in general doesn't work. You need to allow organic growth to just cultivate over time. So you have to put up posts that people can affiliate with. That's the big thing. So if they can relate to something you're putting up and that is depicted, if we're talking about Instagram, if that's pictured in a clever way, so take some time, put some thought into your pictures. Don't take a picture in your kitchen with a load of shit out on the counter behind you or something like that, you know, when you're talking about food. Make it crisp and clear. One of the things that has been noted is if you have more of a singular colour flow throughout your photo, it actually is supposed to engage the eye a little bit better. And other than that, it's literally just time and consistency. If you're just starting out, post maybe a max of twice a day and make them interesting. Don't put like selfie in a toilet, chasing my dreams, fighting life with a urinal behind you. Yeah, no one's chasing dreams with a urinal behind them. If you're gonna do something like that, just put hashtag check my urinal, yeah? Best morning breakfast to start the day and the best pre-sleep meal for night gains. Best breakfast in the morning. Try and have something that's a good balance of protein, and I prefer having like a moderate fat, moderate carb and a high protein in the morning, or I'll go low fat, high carb, high protein. So just have a balance, see what works best for you, whatever fires you up. If I have a lot of fat in the morning, it kind of shuts me down because I'm not a morning person. So in the morning, I need caffeine and carbs. And so I would go with porridge mixed with frozen fruit because it bulks it out. I would have that with coconut milk or 1% milk, depending on what you want. Porridge and water is disgusting, don't agree with it. And then I would have 5 eggs, max of 2 whole eggs in there, and I would put in there, probably chop in some tomatoes or something like that, flavour it as you see fit. You can always throw in some spinach, that's super easy, cooks quick. And the pre-bed meal thing, you don't need to worry, you're not going catabolic in your sleep. As long as you've got your calories in by the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. If you wake up hungry because you're dieting, then try and have something like a heavy salad before bed. So I think things like celery, or your green leaf stuff, they're all really good. Yeah, could I get a coffee please? Can I get a cappuccino? Yes, thank you. And I mean, I used to have cottage cheese before bed, never did anything bad for me. I used to mix in pineapple with it, it was really enjoyable. You can buy it pre-bought like that. Also used to mix in, what did I mix in with cottage cheese? Like flavour drops. I know it sounds weird, but it ends up just tasting like a flavoured yogurt. So that's pretty cool. But pretty much, I mean, you don't need to worry. Just have something that keeps you happy and fills you up. You can even have porridge before bed if you've got the carbs left. There is literally no end to your choices. Will there be more stuff coming for Desire Fitness? Good question, Mr. Paul Hurtman. That's literally what it says, Hurtman. That's not a word, that's just letters. Yes, the jeans have arrived last week, which is the blue distressed set of jeans. So they're here. They've not been properly taken out, testing everything yet. But I also have 2 new jumpers coming in, which are a long line curved hem, like bucked up looking jumpers. They're dope with a nice raw scoop neck on them. So I'm waiting for those to come in, and then we're gonna launch those all together so that you guys aren't having to double up stuff. Well,
can I have some?
yeah, if they don't buy it all. Everything is a limited run. I don't do like hundreds of like, well, we do hundreds, but we don't do thousands of the same item. So when we release something, I'm going to say this now, when we release it, don't ask, is it coming back? Because we will pretty much never make the same thing twice. Because when you buy something from the brand, I want it to be a part of time, you know, that you've owned that part of time of the brand. I don't want it spam, so that's like a no spam fashion. We will recreate cuts, obviously, but the distressing or the colors and everything like that, schemes will all be slightly different every time. And we will be bringing out a black pair of the jeans as well, which may or may not be distressed, depends how the fabric works. And it will probably be launched, what's the date today, 21st? And I'd rather get a good product rather than rush it. So say 3 weeks, hopefully they'll be out and done, but yes, they're on their way. So you'll start seeing them pop up on the social media when I get around to sorting it all out. Why did you shave? Okay, yeah, good question. One of the main reasons I actually shaved was I was ready to. I had the beard I worked out 2.5 years. 2.5 years, which is a long ass time. And it was just, like, because I was going back to the MMA and I was riding my bike a lot, I used to hang out the bottom of my helmet all the time. So when I'm riding on, I'm taking my helmet off whenever we're going places, and my beard would just be so that kind of bugged me a little bit, if I'm honest. And then also, when I started doing a lot more of the wrestling and getting a lot more sweaty and things like that, again, it would just like frizz out and go crazy. And also when you're wrestling and people are feeding their hands under your neck, it was literally like someone pulling your hair on your face. All these alongside the fact that I was kind of ready to get rid of it because so many other people had started growing them. When I first had it in the industry, I don't think anybody else, did anybody else have a beard when I had a beard? I don't think they did really. Not the fitness side of stuff. So yeah, you know, it was unique and stuff back then. But the less unique it got, like obviously the more I kind of leaned away from having it any longer. And plus, you know, it will grow back if I want it. So, and I know how to grow a beard way quicker now because I make less mistakes. Thank you very much. There's one thing that I love about cappuccinos. You can't do it here because we're in like a pub in the countryside, so they don't have anything but whole milk, probably taken straight from the cow out the back. But like, you know, when you go cappuccinos and they go, yeah, can I get it with a skimmed milk? And you go, yeah, no problem. You go, you want chocolate on the top? And you just go, yeah. What's the point of getting the skimmed milk? Oh, that's cheeky. It's cheeky. Best triceps exercise for maximum growth. It's called time. As long as you've got the form down right, it's just time. Mass comes with time and consistency. One of the best ones though that I like personally in terms of engagement with the muscle is the V-bar. And when you're doing that, the only thing to remember to do, make sure your chest is up, shoulders are back, and make sure that when you drive towards the bottom that you just flex just at the bottom like that to get that nice push through and squeeze on the triceps, because what a lot of people do with the V-bar is they get to the bottom and then they actually curl their hands the other way and it rounds the shoulders in, and they're just, again, they're shifting, not lifting. If you want to do one that's a bit more isolated, less compounded, overhead behind the head, overhead tricep extensions with the rope from behind the head on the bottom pulley of a cable, not the top. So not pulling from there, pulling literally from down below and up and out. That's a really good exercise. Ever thought of having a workout session where subscribers could join you? I live near you and we're part of your meetup. Hashtag I'm in your bushes. He didn't put that. He didn't put that. Josh Platt, we've talked, Slib, you alright? Gus has been on the side. Right behind there, there's like 5 glasses lined up. No, you wouldn't be on the side, that's got fruit in it, heaven forbid. The meetup subscribers, yes. I said this year, because I'm not traveling as much, we will obviously be doing body power. And I know that's a little crazy though, so yeah, we want to do a couple more personalised meetups in terms of doing like a camp, so that we would take a full afternoon with you guys, like have it a ticketed event, so you know, limited number, but try and repeat that through the year, where you could come, we can do like a Q&A, do a little bit of a talk, maybe like cover a bit of social media stuff, plus then go into doing like a live workout, where we go through a couple of the big questions that people have, literally there with the weights, and then after that just have a massive big like party workout. I think that'd be a really cool idea. So we have arranged that with Coliseum Gym already, which is cool, so I will get on to doing that now that I have more time. Just bear in mind that I am getting married and I do have a laney on my back about the wedding stuff, so that will actually come first probably, and then we'll move on to that. Otherwise I'll be buried under a patio. Hey, he just went out for milk, never came back. Is deadlifting a good exercise to help build size and muscle mass? And what day should I train it, e.g. chest, legs and arms? That's from Jack Cogger. Cool name. Yeah, it's freaking awesome when it's done right. It's a brilliant compound exercise, just like squats is, just like overhead press and bench presses. You should be doing them all, and you should be doing them a couple of times a week, really. You could do one day heavy and one day kind of focused on like maybe pause reps or slow reps, slow negative, something like that. And best day to do them is pretty much whenever you're going to do them best. All I'd do is I'd go and do my deadlifts and then get on with a normal workout. The only thing I'd obviously avoid doing personally will be doing deadlifts, then going and doing squats, heavy squats, simply because of obviously the lower back stress and the fact that I kind of like to do squats beltless as much as possible to try and make my core work harder. But pretty much as long as you feel good, it doesn't matter when you do it, and that goes for anything. Like, don't be afraid of pairing up whatever you like pairing up. You don't have to do like biceps with back because somebody told you that it's good to do it because your biceps use when you're doing back. If you like doing it, it's brilliant, and it's not going to do you any harm doing those two together. But if you wanted to do back and quads, it's absolutely fine. It's no problem. Do what you want. Sweet. It's all good. Right, big one here. Fernando. Hey, Fernando. Hey, Fernando. Gay. Fucking mute, I know. Keyboards of wrath. Since you box and do some MMA, I'm guessing you might experience the same things as me. I get, oh God, this is long, okay, right. But I get pretty bad ulnar tendinitis. Nope, I don't have tendinitis, poor lad. From supinating movements in my right wrist, starting from playing tennis. Okay, so he's getting pain in his wrists from flexion when he's punching, and he's taking anti-inflammatories. So basically the guy's suffering from tendinitis in his joints, and you can get this anywhere. He's talking about his wrists, but a lot of people suffering from this. The main thing is to not aggravate it, if I'm honest with you. It's a big one and it sucks, but work round it, not through it. If you keep smashing away at it, all that's going to happen is it's going to become more and more inflamed. I know you're taking anti-inflammatories. One, they're not great, to be taken on a regular basis. They're there for when you're in like real pain. You don't want to be taking them daily or really regularly because they're very bad for your, I think it's bad for your liver and bad for your kidneys. Two things, like even the simple tablets you get over the counter. So you need to be just avoiding doing anything that really aggravates it. So just back off from doing the shadow box instead of hitting the bag. Do really light bag work on the, I don't know what you call them, I don't know text going, but just they look like a ball, and it's on a swing. Really light hitting that and just learn moving around that. The ball bag, yeah, punch your ball bag. there's just a load of literal spoon-fed interneters out there now. Just, no, it's not working, Lex. It's not working. Oh. Make sure when you are striking the bag, make sure that you're punching properly. A lot of people tend to punch on the outer knuckles for some reason, and that can obviously cause some lateral flexion in there. That could be an issue if you're not striking right. So yeah, just look into the way you're punching and make sure that you are striking solid and true. In terms of strapping and wrapping things up, make sure that you are doing it effectively. Go out and invest in the actual proper wraps so that you have a good 3 or 4 rotations around the wrist, over onto the hand properly. Watch some videos on how to wrap hands properly, and you'll have to go through the ball ache of just wrapping your hands up in the correct manner as if you were going to go have a proper fight. Because once you do that correctly, it should be like a rock. It should be super solid in there. You shouldn't get any flexion, and that's as much as I can tell you, man. And go see physio and get some work done, get some rehab, maybe get some infrared treatment on it. That really helped me with my knees. What do you think of intermittent fasting? I think it made me intermittently grumpy. I know it's been adapted or adopted even by the fitness industry and hailed as this great thing, but originally intermittent fasting was actually a way to help cellular repair, which you could then argue in turn, your cells repair, and then obviously that in turn leads to potentially more gains because you've got a healthier system. But really, I mean, it's actually, there's no added benefit in terms of like muscle gain or fat loss or anything really. And eating at a certain time and finishing at a certain time, what that's doing is it's keeping a consistency of when you look in the mirror at set times of the day as well. So you're going to wake up looking the same every day. You're going to go to bed looking the same all the time. And that in itself can really help boost people's confidence and to carry on. Whereas when you're not set to a certain time in which you can eat, you might one day eat really late and one day finish eating really early. You're going to look different when you wake up in the morning, and a lot of people react to the way they look every single day, and they don't understand that it's an acute reaction, not a permanent reaction to the different times in which they finished eating or what they've eaten. In terms of giving you consistency and structure, it's very good, definitely. What I found was a real struggle was being able to fit in all my calories in the allocated time that I was supposed to have. When I work, unless I have alarms going off, I'll just work for like 4 or 5 hours and forget that I've even not eaten. And I don't realize 5 hours has passed, and then I actually struggle to get the calories in. So for me, it didn't work, but I mean, yeah, give it a go. If you like it, keep it going. If it keeps you structured and that's what you lacked day to day otherwise, then yeah, it's fantastic. Just understand that it's like there's nothing magic about it. It's just mainly that it makes people stay consistent. And consistency is key over time. Have you ever encountered or overcome any mental health challenges during your life? If so, what steps helped you overcome them? Mental health. I wouldn't say I've had any mental health issues. Like, I've never suffered with depression or anything like that. But I mean, I've had doubts. I've had regrets. I've had points in my life where I felt like I was a little bit lost. I mean, I've gone through all those kind of things. And I think that the thing to understand is, if you set yourself a goal and you want to achieve something, it's not going to be a smooth, simple journey from A to B. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be failures, there's going to be successes. And you have to try and put positive spin on everything that happens to you. So if something doesn't go your way, rather than sitting and dwelling on the fact that something hasn't worked, you can just understand that that didn't work for whatever reason. I need to find out what that reason is, and that's what I can change and adjust, and then we can attack that again. That's the kind of mentality that you have to have in terms, and that's in terms of, like, you know, your training, maybe business, ideas, education. Don't also feel like you have to be pressured into having a set standard one goal. I mean, I definitely didn't have that. I had an idea of what I like to do in life, and I went down many avenues before something really stuck. But the point is that I went down every single one of those avenues. I took every opportunity that came. I put myself in positions where opportunities were made available to me, by putting myself out there and trying all these different things. That's what I mean when I say don't blink yourself. Like I did it before, I said, you know, don't just look at life like this. Let things come into your world, even if you might not like them right now. If you turn them down flat outright, you're literally just shutting off potential opportunities that might come your way. If you're talking about depression, I think it's one of the most under-discussed topics, especially with younger people. And I really believe that a lot of people could benefit from going and seeing somebody. Don't be ashamed to tell people that you feel down a lot and you can't control it. Like, if you feel like the world's closing in on you, talking about it, just simply talking about it to somebody that you trust, will help alleviate some of that stress, because you're able to vent some of those feelings and get them out there. And then I would really suggest, if you're really struggling and things feel overwhelming, just go and talk to somebody. Go and talk to a specialist, and there's no shame in it whatsoever. In fact, there's shame in not doing that, because you know it can destroy your life. It's a silent killer. It really is. So I hope that's not what you mean, but if it is, please just go and speak to somebody. There's no shame in it whatsoever. Ding-a-ling-a-ling bell, subscribe down there so you don't miss anything that's going on. Hit the little thumb me up like button there for learning shit that will actually help you.